Have you ever wondered why?
What's that noise? Who's under my bed?
Well, then you're in luck.
Because you're listening to the Hypotheticast.
3 best buds.
On a mission to ask all the questions.
And get all the answers.
Blazing, and I do think I'm amazing. You got the dignity to feel a little about yourself. I don't care what your preacher says. I got my own vicious ways. Only got one command and it goes, I'm killing it. I'm killing it.
Halloween is here.
Emily, come in on the round.
Halloween is here. Halloween is here. Halloween is here. I might. Well, you guys are still going. Oh my God! No,
it's good.
I'm just singing Carol the Bell.
Carol of the Hells.
Halloween.
Carol the Bell's spooky.
It is.
I know. I started, and then I started to get too close to saying ho ho ho, and then I was like going for, you know, that one. I believe it's in like the Disney Ichabod Crane where there's like the scene, it's blowing through like the reeds and like the wind is blowing over the dark forest. Mm-hmm. Like I was kind of going for that.
That's you know what vibe. I thought of when you started singing was the movie Hocus Pocus.
Oh, nice. Good.
They might have some soundtrack that sounds kind of like that. I thought maybe you were singing something
playfully spooky.
Yes.
That's a good aesthetic.
Yeah, good. That's what I was hoping for. Yeah, we're well into October, and I hope you all are having a good old spooky time.
Yeah. Are you scared?
Am I scared? Are you scared? You should be.
Are you scared?
You're on Scare Tactics.
Oh, no.
Did you guys ever watch that show?
No.
I didn't.
Is it like Punk'd?
It is like Punk'd, but with scary horror scenarios. And it is almost 100% staged because like there are severely traumatic scenarios.
Yes. Is it like it's like the elevator and then the lights go out and then they put the little spooky girl on the elevator while the lights are out?
Spooky girl.
Yeah.
Because
that one I kind of loved.
Well, one time they said it was like supposedly in a town in Minnesota that I looked up and didn't seem to exist. So I was like, I think these might not be completely real. But it was a great show.
Maybe that town did exist, and that's the true scare tactic.
And I'm a ghost.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Mike. It's your dream.
So what have you been doing so far to celebrate October?
Oh, I don't know. Just eating a couple pumpkins.
A couple pumpkins?
Yeah.
That's kind of scary because I don't think you're supposed to just eat a pumpkin like that, David.
I'm sick.
Just
eating them like apples.
Chopping on the pumpkin rind.
Pretty
my
good.
God.
I've been taking classes to become an actual witch.
Oh,
classes.
What have you learned so far?
How to make potions.
Nice.
And how to find a hat. And
how to find a hat.
Hat selection class.
Honestly, yes.
It's a pretty good class.
Yeah, it's going like really well.
I have multiple Halloween advent calendars this year.
That's so exciting.
One that has little doors. There's a horror movie behind each door. And one that is a haunted house that a window lights up for each day.
I'm so excited. Like I have one that's a adventure game that has a different die you roll every day.
Yeah.
And like things happen via the prompts and stuff. And it's just the perfect thing for David.
Is it Halloween-y?
Halloween-y, that's what it's called.
It's scary.
Halloween
this
advent
house
calendars.
Is not a Christmas house.
In this house?
In this house?
We have Halloween advent calendars.
Yes, we do.
We have at least 3. There might be more. It's hard to say.
Okay. I want one.
Okay, you can take one home if you want.
You can't have
No,
mine.
I don't want one of yours.
Oh.
I want one for me.
It's hard to find good ones. A lot of the ones you find when you Google Halloween Advent Calendar are just like cheapo ones that like have just dumb Halloween jokes behind them. Or some you have to like put the candy in yourself. And I'm like,
what?
I don't want a calendar that doesn't surprise
me.
me.
Tanner do it for me and then I won't know.
There you go.
I don't have a tanner.
You can have
How
mine.
do you treat your leather?
You can share mine. Oh Oh my God.
Such a good joke.
Or you can have Edie do it for you.
Would Edie
Oh,
put?
shit.
Well, I feel like if you gave her candy and were like, put this in there, like she would just eat half of it or
Well,
something.
she doesn't really know what candy is yet. We went to a
haven't showed
birthday
her?
party and they had a piñata, and after it burst, I was like, "Do you want to pick some up?" And she was like, "Candy."
You just told her that's
And she
what
just
that's what
picked 'em
horses
up,
were
but-
full of.
I mean, she just didn't she just gave them to me because she doesn't know what it is.
Oh, wow, you've really kept her away from that stuff.
I mean, she's eaten several kinds of birthday cake within the last week. So
I do really like Mike's idea of teaching her that that's horse guts for as long
That's
as
what horses
possible.
are full of.
yeah.
Until she tries it on
Pretty
real
crazy.
horses, and then that should stop because you shouldn't hit horses.
Yeah, you don't want your child to gut a horse.
No, you don't. Unless you work on
Candy,
a horse
mommy.
farm and you really need those insides.
Where's
Ew.
the candy?
I don't know. There's got to be a good reason to gut a horse, but I don't think we should talk about that on this
No,
podcast.
what are we doing?
Let's talk about what's spookier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alternate title: Which is worse?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Who came up with that?
You choose whichever title you like most, or send a different one in.
That's the first question. Which of these titles is worse?
So I'm just gonna give you two choices. It's not a would you rather. It's just
No.
which one is spookier to
Yeah.
you. The first choice is cats or bats. Which one is spookier?
Oh, in general.
Cats or bats?
Oh man.
Bats.
Yeah, even though I really like bats, I agree.
You think
It's the
so?
way they move.
In general, yeah, like if I see a bat, I'm a little more uneasy than if I see a cat.
Really?
And that's why I would say, like, if I see a bat like fly across my vision, I'd be like, whoa.
I think it's more just like if I encounter
Right.
one.
They're just like bugs. Like, I like bugs, but if I see one unexpectedly, I'm going to be more scared of a bat than a cat.
And they're like unpredictable.
Yeah, who knows where they're going to go?
See, I guess I know what you mean. Like if I think aesthetically bats are spookier, but like I think cats are a little spookier to me because bats are more like startling. Like at night, I'm thinking of when I've seen bats. Like I've seen bats flying outside and they're always up in the sky, so they're not bugging me.
Yeah.
Or I did have a bat get into my apartment once, but that was like
Nice.
not spooky. It was just like
Stressful.
It was first there was like, oh my God, there's a bat,
Yeah.
which was more like surprising
exciting,
than spooky.
welcoming.
And then I was just like, how do I get it out? And I was like chasing it around with like a glove on and trying to whack it out of the air. And but like I'm thinking of the moments where I'm sitting in like our dark living room and like I'm like, did I just hear something? I'm like, is someone in the room with me? And then I'll see like
then it's
Joan's
Joan.
glowing eyes from across the room.
She's
and
like, "Hello,
she's much
son."
better at sneaking. Cats
She
are much
is.
better at being
Bats are
spooky
Bad
sneaking.
sneakers.
Yeah. So
They
that's
are,
what
but they can just like curl up in their weird little ball and hang from a ceiling.
So
until-
can Joan.
yeah, that's true.
Don't forget.
That's true.
I have a question
yeah.
because I think this will inform many of our answers.
Sure.
During your explanation, you mentioned that one was spookier and also that one was scarier. And I just want to make it very clear. Are we choosing which one has a spookier aesthetic or are we choosing which one is actually scary?
You know, there's some things that can be both spooky and scary. There's
you're not
sometimes
wrong.
where it's distinctively different.
You're not
And
wrong.
I think we can discuss that
We
as we
can
get
just
to it.
answer both of those.
Because you're right, spooky
independently.
and scary,
Yeah,
not
the same.
synonyms.
Because bats, I think, are spookier than cats.
Okay. You think cats are scarier than bats?
Maybe if one wants to fight me, because there's big cats.
What if a
Like
bat
a
wants
lion.
to fight
If a
you?
bat wants to fight me, well, let's go.
What if
baby.
it's a man bat?
Ooh, that's a good question. Is the next question, what if it's a man bat?
No.
Dang.
The next question is, what's spookier, snakes or spiders?
Spiders.
Well, you like snakes.
Yes, but even if I didn't, spiders.
Spiders.
Yeah,
It's
probably
definitely
spiders.
I don't want to. I like them in concept, and it is really hard for me to see them.
So many eyes, so
Yeah.
many legs,
So many eyes, so little time to get away.
little webs and eggs
Or
and
big webs.
bites and
Eggs and bites and webs and
yeah, big ones. Yeah, no, they are terrible.
Spiders.
yeah, spiders. I think when like you know how people say to say different things when you're learning how to beatbox, so you can like figure it out. I think if you just say all the bad things about spiders, like eggs and eyes and bites and eggs and legs and webs and eggs, like I think that kind of teaches you how to beatbox a
Yeah,
little
I
bit.
think it does too.
What's spookier, jack-o'-lanterns or scarecrows?
Scarecrows,
Yeah, scarecrows.
definitely.
The
It is-
bodies.
It is in the name.
Bodies.
The body.
Yeah, if it says scare in it, it's gotta be.
Well, like a
Scary.
head,
a head.
like a jack-o'-lantern
Uh-huh.
head or a scarecrow head. I don't know. That'd be kind of a wash to me. But the body, it's
So,
like
I still think a scarecrow head is scarier for some reason.
What's a scarecrow head? Like a burlap sack with a
burlap
face
sack,
painted
and
on
I think
it?
the sack with the face painted on it is more of a mystery because I don't know what's in there. Could be a bunch of rats.
Be a human head.
Could be a human head. But in a jack-o'-lantern, I'm pretty sure that there's just a candle
just
inside.
a candle.
Yeah.
That's fair. I don't know. To me, though, the real thing about scarecrows that I do not like is that they are like the shape of a man.
Yeah,
and that
shape
is
of a
like the
person.
point of
Right.
them.
Yeah, because a crow goes, look, a man.
So it's like viscerally like that thing when there's like, you know, a coat rack that in the dark out of the corner of your eye looks like a person. And you have that moment where you're like, that is a person in this place with me.
We should make scarecrows this year.
We should do that instead of making pumpkins.
Let's make scarecrows.
Let's make scarecrows.
That's a great idea,
I
David.
think you guys should.
Have you seen that? Have you seen scarecrows in the wild?
Yeah.
I feel like
like in their natural habitat.
you mean like for real, not just
like,
Halloween
like
decorations?
not Halloween, not a decorative
Honestly,
one,
no.
but like a real one.
Not
I feel
anymore.
like I feel like now they use different. They use other like they put up like eagles or fake eagles or something.
Or they train
like
eagles.
Yeah, actual
they train
eagles
them to fly over their property.
I don't know.
That's what the good farmers
I don't
do.
feel like, I mean, I think I've probably seen some up in like gardens or like fields, but I think they might just be decorations. Like, I don't know if they're actually useful.
It's wild. Now that you mention it, I don't think I have in a very long time. That's kind of weird.
Okay.
It would be scary if I saw one. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Okay. What's spookier? Haunted graveyard, haunted mansion?
Okay, viscerally. Oh, there's a lot of potential in a haunted mansion. So many rooms, a basement, an attic, everything.
Like let's say you have to walk through one of these things. Which spookier?
A mansion
Mm-hmm.
in a graveyard. I'm sure that it's dark, but you have like,
No, it's noon.
Yay!
but you still, I think, like visually have like a lay of the land. Like you can kind of see, and if you hear a noise coming from a place, you can look in that direction and like probably
Lots of tombs and
maybe be
gravestones
able
for
to
things
tell.
to hide
It's
behind.
pretty
though.
pretty foggy.
true,
Yeah,
but
pretty
like
foggy.
the mansion is just like a big like tangle of rooms, and like if you're not familiar with it, you could get lost really easily.
Either
You
way,
could
I
get,
imagine
like,
I'm
in a
alone
dead
too, right? Like
end.
that's
You can bring one friend.
one. Oh, how
Who do you
nice.
choose to bring with you?
Me or Mike?
Yeah. Oh, it's gotta be Mike.
That's really fair.
He's taller. He can see over the gravestones.
All right, are you picking? What do you think, David?
I think Emily brings up a really good point about the mansion maybe feeling more like a trap, like a claustrophobic
Yes.
thing potentially if I get lost
Feels like there's
in
more
it.
escape routes from a graveyard.
Yeah, like any direction probably, unless there's a big steel fence that
Yeah.
locks when
Oh,
I
there
get
is a
in,
big
which there
steel
probably
fence,
is a big
yeah.
steel
Still,
fence.
just like
yeah.
psychologically, I feel like it would
Yeah.
feel.
It feels more like I'm outside.
Yeah.
But either way, like being isolated in either of those places and like Emily said, hearing a noise and going, oh shit, who's here? Like who else is here with us? That's
Who's
pretty,
here?
those are, I do think the mansion is scarier because of the potential. There's just more things it could be, more places it could be, and more ways it could get me. A graveyard, I'm probably going to see it coming. Even if it is really scary and like viscerally frightening to be stalked by something in a foggy open graveyard. I would rather be in the graveyard. The mansion is scarier.
What's spookier? Ghosts or zombies?
Oh, ghosts for sure.
Zombies.
Those scary little guys.
Zombies.
Are not.
Zombies are real physical things that want to hurt you most of the time.
This is why this is the impasse that I am at. Spookier. A zombie is zero spooky. Zombie's not spooky. When you're like, what spooky thing are you going to dress up as? There's not like a gory zombie. Like that's not it, right? But if we're talking about scary, then maybe you're right. Very different.
So do you think this is the greatest dichotomy between spooky and scary?
Ghosts and zombies. It could be. I think that's worth
So
pursuing.
zombies are scary.
Yeah. Zombies
but
are
ghosts
pretty,
are spooky.
Like definitely, a ghost could even be nice.
definition
Oh,
of
she's-
spooky.
Webster
Yes.
says.
Yes.
Sinister or ghostly in a way that causes fear and unease.
Interesting. The word ghost.
It is, but sinister in a way that causes fear or unease. I think that describes zombie.
It can.
I don't know.
I mean, I think it's all relative. I don't think it has to be one thing for one person.
All right.
Okay, I guess that's fair. But I would say
for
even
every
that
person.
definition deviates from scary in a way that it's not like something jumping out at you. Spooky is like, ooh, it's a creeping sensation rather than like a big scary demon face that flashes on the screen. Like that's not spooky.
I think that's spooky.
I think that is spooky. I think
Based on
we
that
just have
definition,
different. I
sure.
think
It
that
induces fear because it's sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A demon face?
That sounds sinister and would induce fear in me.
Like okay, if you saw it like in a window across the street,
Yeah.
but like a jump scare. Is a jump scare spooky? That's what I'm saying.
Depends on the jump scare.
I don't
I
feel
think
like that definition has a jump scare in it.
Because here's the thing.
Okay.
If I saw a demon face, even if it was a jump scare, that would linger with me. Because I'd be like, where's that demon face
The memory
from?
of demon faces.
If it was just like a TV suddenly turning on loudly, that would be a jump scare, but it wouldn't. I would be like, oh, thank goodness it's just a TV. But if it was like
if it's a
demon
spooky
face,
thing,
like a spooky thing, I'd
then
be
that
like,
feels so. Like to me, I think
Okay.
of spooky as being a slightly tamer version of scary.
Okay.
But they're kind of the same thing to me. I feel like you maybe have a slightly different
maybe
definition.
okay, let's keep going and maybe we'll be able to figure it out.
Okay.
Dracula or the Wolfman? Which one's spookier?
Ooh. Dracula.
Is the Wolfman a werewolf?
Yes. It's just the main Universal horror werewolf movie is called The Wolfman, so that's why I wrote it like that.
Sorry.
No, that's
You
cool.
don't have to be sorry.
I didn't do my homework.
It's okay. It's a valid question.
Okay.
Wolfman different from werewolf? I guess werewolf could be a woman too.
Yeah, it could.
Underrated Universal horror movie, Dracula's Daughter, by the way. Check it out.
I think this one hits
about
on that
that.
same dichotomy where I think Dracula is spookier, but I think a Wolfman is scarier.
Like if you were going to confront one.
Yeah. Like Dracula is going to be, there's more potential of him maybe doing mean things to me, but a Wolfman is right there. It's immediate. It's frightening. And I want to be away from it. Like fight or flight, I'm flying.
You know what I'm just going to say?
What?
I don't feel like I've consumed a lot of culture where either of these things really scared me.
True.
Well, I feel like the classic Universal horror movies are not super scary.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, there's a lot of modern, very scary ghost, witch, demon,
Dracula.
like vampires and werewolves. I'm like,
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I've just never been viscerally scared by either of those things.
Interesting. Do you think you could?
I
you
do
think
if
you
done
could?
well.
Does that live in
Like
your body?
what it makes me want is for someone to like resurrect those characters in like a true horror movie, not a campy horror movie, not a like
campy.
jokey,
No
like What We
jokies.
Do in the Shadows,
No
one of the best
jokies.
shows out there right now.
Pretty scary.
But it's not like I want to know what modern horror could do with those things.
Well,
'Cause I don't
allegedly,
feel like it's happened.
Leia Whannell is working on a Wolfman movie with Ryan Gosling.
Oh, that makes me feel things.
Well, that
Scary
leads me
things.
into the next one,
Yeah.
which is scarier: Creature from the Black Lagoon or The Invisible Man.
Oh.
Invisible Man.
Leia Whannell made the new Invisible Man movie.
I
Did
still
you
haven't
watch
seen that either. No.
Because I think you would like that because that is a great example of them adapting a classic horror
Right.
thing in a way that actually is scary in the modern age.
that's exactly what I want from those things that you were just
so
talking
you
about.
should watch the new Invisible
Make them
Man.
scary.
Okay, well, I'm going to say Invisible Man, and then I also want to watch that movie. So if you
Say it 3
could
times and it will appear.
go hang out with my husband and daughter, and I can come here and watch Invisible Man, that would be great. Thank you.
I'll watch it with you, and David can hang out with your husband.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I'll do it.
Great. There can only
David,
be
do you-
2 adults
What do you
in
think
each
about
house.
this matchup? Creature from the Black Lagoon and
Invisible Man on almost every level,
Yeah.
except for if I'm in the water. Because
Yeah.
then creature
water.
is very like honestly
Even
water
then?
creatures, if I can just look at them, not scary, but the minute I'm in the water with them, like even a small fish kind of scares me because I'm like, I'm in your house, you could do anything.
Yeah.
That's
I
fair,
don't
but
know.
if the Invisible Man was in the water, that would also be really
No,
scary.
but then you'd know where he was.
I know where he was because you would displace it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and then I'd be
true.
like, I see you, you little shit.
I did not think about that.
Yeah, and not scary at all. But the creature from the Black Lagoon, I'd be in the Black Lagoon. I guess that'd be bad too. So no thanks on all counts.
He leaves the Black
He
Lagoon.
leaves. Okay, that's where he's from.
In some of them.
Where's the Invisible Man from?
England?
Why doesn't it? The Invisible Man from England, not quite as scary. Yeah, that's fair.
What's scarier, Freddy or Jason?
Oh no. Okay, I must reiterate the thing that I said the last episode or 2 episodes ago. I have not seen Jason's movies.
Okay.
So I don't
have
know
not
how
seen either of their
Scary
movies. I
he
don't
actually
You've never
think.
seen A Nightmare on Elm Street or a
maybe I did
Jason?
when I was like a teenager and it was at a sleepover and I didn't really pay attention.
Sure.
So, Mike, can you give us a 1-sentence summary of why Freddy is scary and why Jason is scary?
So-
not who they are, just why they're
Yeah.
scary.
Oh, well, I'm going to say who they are. So
Okay.
Freddy he does not have a physical form. He basically is, he like appears in dreams. So if you
Right.
fall asleep, he'll get you
Yeah,
in
that's pretty
elaborate
scary.
dream ways. Jason is just kind of a guy who walks around Camp Crystal Lake killing you if you go there. Later sequels, he kind of becomes more of like a zombie with super strength because he's in many, many movies, so he has to get resurrected many times.
Right. Yeah.
But not as many supernatural powers as
He just
Freddy.
kind of kills you.
Yeah, he just has a
Which,
machete
he
or
like stalks you and kills you. That is scary.
Yeah.
I think Freddy for sure. I think part of that is because of the like dread of not going to sleep.
Yeah.
Like needing to try to keep yourself awake so that you don't get killed by Freddy is so scary.
Wait, can he actually kill you though?
Yeah. If
Yeah, if you
the
die in your
dream,
dreams, you die in real life.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty bad. It doesn't just
I
make you
zoned
have
out
a
to
bad
that
dream.
part.
He actually gets you.
Yeah, okay, then that.
That's pretty
Then that.
scary.
I think he's goofier looking than
He
Jason.
is.
Jason is scary looking,
He's
but
pretty goofy.
those rules, yeah.
Yeah. Like I think for me, I would actually go with Jason just because I mean, I think having seen the movies, it might affect your perspective because Freddy gets really goofy and also like he's one of the only main like horror characters that
Talks
talks.
a lot.
And Jason, Michael Myers, like
Yeah,
they don't talk.
True.
And so I think it does kind of ruin it when they start making one-liners.
And he does
like,
a lot
like
of
Jason's
one-liners.
movies get pretty goofy, but the idea of just like an kind of unstoppable guy that's slowly walking to get you,
Yeah,
like
it's
that's
pretty
pretty scary.
Yeah, that is scary.
I don't
That's
like
a good point.
that. Go away, Jason.
I don't like that.
I don't like it.
Hot take. Jason is scary.
Okay, what's scarier? Chucky or the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun movies?
Never seen the Leprechaun movies.
Oh, man. Honestly, the Leprechaun.
Here's what you need to know about. So Leprechaun played by Warwick Davis. Do you know
Love
Warwick
that
Oh,
guy.
Davis?
yeah.
Dude, he's so cool.
And really from the go was just like making the worst puns and like
Oh, yeah.
probably never was actually that scary.
But like,
No.
is he like made up to look scary, or is
yeah,
it literally
he does
just
have
a
pretty freaky
leprechaun?
leprechaun
Yeah.
makate on. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Okay.
just Warwick Davis's face.
It's not just him.
Not just like
Like
a
he has
small
kind of
Irish
like
man.
weird,
Yeah.
wrinkly,
Yeah,
like
it's
demon
nasty.
makeup
Yeah.
on.
Okay, I really don't like Chucky.
You really don't
Oh,
like
you
him.
don't
No,
like him. Are
I
you
think
scared of him or
Chucky
you just
is,
dislike
I think
him?
Chucky is scarier.
Chucky's an asshole.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
I just
Yeah,
don't
he's
like
pretty
it.
gross.
Yeah.
I always forget that his movie is called Child's Play.
Yeah,
'Cause
not called
it's just
Chucky.
not. It's. I always think it's
Yeah.
just called Chucky, but
Yeah.
it's called Child's Play.
Well, the later movies are like Bride of Chucky
Yeah,
and Seed
true.
of Chucky.
oh
So
yeah, he fucks.
He does.
in one.
Chucky gets lucky.
My God, is that what this tagline is?
Definitely is.
Jeez, Chucky.
What if it was Chucky and Annabelle?
Like having sex?
No.
That's what I thought you were saying.
now it's the part of the podcast where Mike says, "What if these two people had sex? Would that be good?"
You just said he fucks, and then you were like, "What if it was Chucky and Annabelle?"
I like this game. Change who Chucky is having sex with, and we'll say if it's good or bad.
Chucky and Jason.
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna stop this game right now. No. Okay, so we're saying Chucky. What do you think, David?
What?
Leprechaun.
Yeah,
You said
Leprechaun's
Leprechaun's scary
I
for.
think Chucky's fun.
Yeah.
He has a fun time and
this
he
is-
laughs a lot.
The thing is, like, I feel like Chucky actually does have scary moments, whereas I think Leprechaun, like I said, was
Yeah,
pretty much always just goofy.
I don't think it's actually that scary, but I'm trying to picture just like seeing either of them. And I think I would be more like viscerally disturbed if I saw Little Leprechaun than if I saw Little Chucky.
Yeah, it's true.
Just
I
like
think
therefore.
I just wouldn't really know what to do.
Oh, because his face is gross. Like, whereas Chucky's face is just like a little doll that's like sneering at you.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
It's okay.
Okay, who's scarier? Carrie or Samara? Carrie from the movie Carrie, or book Carrie, I guess, and Samara from The Ring.
For like
Samara.
Yeah, Samara 1000%.
That is not a competition.
Carrie just
Carrie's
had
like a
blood on her.
teenager.
Yeah, and had
Yeah.
powers that were cool.
Yeah,
Carrie
yeah.
rules.
She's
Samara.
like an
Scary.
angsty teen, but
All
Samara
right.
is like an angsty demon.
Yeah, what if you
child.
switched their roles?
What?
What if when you watched The Ring, Carrie showed up and just was like, I'm bloody. And then if Samara went to prom, that would be good.
I do want to see that.
Yeah.
What about Carrie or Samantha
Who's Samantha?
from Sex and the City?
I pictured the American Girl doll, so not much better.
Well, that was the one from canonically, the American Girl Samantha
Grew up to be
in
right.
Sex
Yeah.
and the
Was
City.
there an American Girl doll Carrie?
No.
There better be. Yeah, it's just the pig's
It was
blood
Carrie
one.
from Stephen
No,
King.
but I do feel like Kirsten would be the Carrie.
Carrie has a problem.
Of the-
Carrie's New Day.
No, but you know what? Charlotte would be
great.
the Samantha.
Charlotte would be the
Charlotte
Samantha.
would be the Samantha. What?
I
don't
like
even
this
know what we're
theory that
saying
every
anymore.
American Girl has a Sex and the City equivalent.
Yeah,
and I
it's
think
real.
we need to
There's
flesh
so
it
many
out.
American girls.
And
Oh,
only-
Molly is Miranda.
Oh my God.
It's so real.
I don't know that.
Okay. Okay. How about this?
It is real though.
Which is spookier, Jaws or the Babadook?
The shark Jaws.
The
The
shark
movie
Jaws.
Jaws.
The
His
shark.
name is Jaws.
Yeah, the shark named Jaws.
Does he have a name?
Mitch.
Not in the obviously not in the movie. It's just a shark. They don't
I
name
don't know.
sharks.
What if they do?
Oh, the pointy teeth.
What did they do? Is that what you
They don't have to name the shark. Like it's killing kids.
I
They
know,
don't
but
need
I'm
to
just
name
saying.
it.
I don't feel like that would be out of the realm of possibility for them to be like, "Oh, that's I don't
old
know." I feel
tasty.
like people name like
Yeah.
On the set
Yeah,
of the movie,
exactly.
the shark was nicknamed Bruce after Steven Spielberg's lawyer.
it's cute.
Yeah, that is pretty good.
But
so we could
in
say
the
Bruce
movie,
from
the shark
Jaws.
does
They
not
were just like,
They
it's a
probably
shark.
just call him the shark, right? Like they
I
reference
think they
it.
call him
just say-
Jaws.
But it's just the
They say,
one
Here
shark.
comes Jaws.
Well, have you seen the movie?
Wait, there's
Not
more
for
than
a
one.
long time.
Wait,
There's
oh,
4 Jaws movies.
Yeah, there's a lot of Jaws.
No, but more than one shark in Jaws.
You got to watch it.
Oh, I gotta.
I mean, there is
watch
one
it.
main. Spoiler alert. There's mostly
One big
just
guy.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
there's
Big
one
guy.
big
Anyway,
guy.
the
They call
point
him big
is,
guy.
Babadook is terrifying.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
scary.
way scarier than the shark. Any shark, no matter how big or how
Yeah.
scary. I dare you, a shark, to be as scary as Babadook.
Babadook is weird because it's funny now because of the
Because of
the
how
LGBT
it accidentally got put in the Pride
movie
thing
category and all of the like
Yeah.
memes that have been made from that. But that movie,
No, it's scary.
I was very
and he gets you.
uneasy.
He gets you in some surreal, scary
Oof,
ways.
I
Yeah,
did
no
not like
thanks.
it.
He's like bugs in your walls and stuff. Like, no, thank you. Jaws never put bugs in my walls.
Right.
Bruce would never.
All right, which is scarier? A closet door slowly creaking open.
True.
Or footsteps from a supposedly empty basement.
Oh man. Footsteps.
Footsteps.
Yep, because that is a closet door creaking open could be the house settling.
There are like some potential like
Could be the cat too. Who knows? Frickin' footsteps though?
Frickin' footsteps.
No,
do
thank
not
you,
like
baby.
that sound. Footsteps are
Oh, that's
bad.
I just pictured it actually. Well, pictured in my mind's eye, my ear's eye. I pictured hearing that alone in this house, like footsteps downstairs, and then them like ascending the back staircase. And I legitimately was like, "No, thanks. I'd leave out the front door." Actually,
Also,
I would leave. I'd be
sometimes
terrified.
people find people living
Yeah.
in places in their house
I
for
know.
real.
Oh man, I don't want to live
And
here
our
anymore.
neighbors upstairs have also left our back door open a couple times.
Ah, you're
so-
not wrong.
Fun.
Here we go.
All
Well,
right.
at least maybe they'll come inside and be in the closet, and then I won't be scared because I said that wasn't scary.
Because you'll be like, that's just a
I'll be like,
cat.
"That's a cat. It's fine."
What's spookier? A hook hand scraping on the side of your car or something licking you from under your bed?
Whoa! It reaches up with its tongue and it licks me.
Well, like you put your foot down and it licks
Oh,
you. Like
I
it
get
doesn't
it.
have a
Oh yeah.
an extra long.
I don't know,
licking,
maybe.
the licking, very much the licking.
Hook hand. Wait, a hook hand scraping the window of my
Yeah, like
car.
you're parked out in the
Yeah,
woods.
and we're
Making
making
out.
making out.
Emily
You're parked
knows.
making out with
Yep.
yourself.
I love it.
And then a hook hand scrapes the side of your
Because,
car.
okay,
That's
hook
pretty
hand
threatening.
scraping, very threatening. You can lock your doors. You can speed away. You have options.
Lock your door, speed away.
Something licks your ankle.
Lock my
you
door, speed
are
away.
in your house and there's something under your bed. You're screwed.
Could just be a cat though. Remember, it could always just be a cat.
It could be,
That
but my
hook hand
cat
could not be
doesn't
a
lick.
cat.
Well, no, he does, but not very frequently. So, like,
It would be rare,
it would be rare. I would immediately know that it was bad and evil.
right? Even if it was.
But I
Henry.
really like my bed, so it upsets me to think that I can't be in my bed.
Ooh,
That's
yeah,
like
it's an invasion of a safe space.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that both of them are scary, but it is kind of like a Babadook scenario. The licking in the bed. The hook hand on the window is like, guess who I am? I'm hook hand guy. Like it's
Yeah.
like showing all your cards too soon. But lick, That could be anybody. Could even be another me licking my own foot.
Oh, in your dreams.
Which is my worst fear and also greatest dream.
Ultimate fantasy.
Okay.
What's spookier? Haunted hayride or haunted boat ride?
Hayride.
Are there boat rides?
Not that I know of, but what if?
But hey, we got to find out if it's
Honestly,
spooky or
that
not.
sounds great.
I
Haunted boat ride.
I was trying to think of what to pair with haunted hayride, and I was like, what if there was a haunted boat ride?
would
Could be cool.
Great.
Because you
Scary
can't get
stuff in the
away.
water.
You can't get away. You could have they could have things like you could kind of go along the shoreline. Things could pop out of the woods.
That's good.
There could be some things that come out of the water.
And that is scary, but in a perfect haunted house way, because they're not supposed to touch you, but they're like
Right.
running out of the woods and into the water and like trying to swim a little bit. And you're like,
Right.
and the captain has to like veer away to make sure he just, that's good. I like that.
Guys, let's do it. Okay.
You could be seeing things in the
but I
woods.
still think I don't know why
uh,
I still feel like hayride is spookier.
It's in the woods. And the haunted boat ride's a good idea though, but I don't think it's spookier
It is a
than
good idea.
hayride.
Yeah, I still want to do it.
Yeah,
but
let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
Who
All
has
right.
a boat?
We're going to do
Come
it. So
at us.
let us know if you have a boat that you want to be haunted or a boat that is already haunted.
Do you have a boat that you're looking to donate for a good cause?
Don't give it to NPR. They will just write off something on their taxes or
They'll
something.
just
Yeah,
go on
yeah.
a river cruise. Those nerds.
Freaking Terry Gross.
We want to do something spooky with your boat. So thanks for listening to this podcast and giving us your boat.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Thank you.
Don't worry, there's going to be more Halloween
Thank you.
podcasts
Don't
after
you
this.
worry. Happy Halloween, though. There's still more.
Wee.
What's happening next?
Next, you're going to have to choose who's the spookiest?
Who?
Emily, David, or Mike?
No questions asked.
Yeah, this is called No Questions Asked.
Who's
Emily,
the spookiest?
David, or Mike?
Emily.
Say your answer
David.
in 3, 2, David.
Mike.
Yeah.
I'm acting material, 'cause I'm gonna
Theme music by Jaden James and the Hunger. Logo by Christian Hagen. Edited by David Gucci. If you want more of our hypothetical content, join our Facebook group or like our posts on Twitter or Instagram or give us some stars and a review on iTunes or wherever the heck you get your podcasts.
Well, I'm not going to scare you. We're going to talk about what's scariest. And then after that, I'll create a personalized experience for you. But that's not for the podcast.
No, that's just for me.
That's just for you and Emily both.
Oh, yeah, but the scare cave for Dave. I'm ready.
I would love that, Mike. You should
Yeah,
offer
honestly.
a personalized service where you
Yeah.
curate a spooky evening for a person
Seriously.
based on their
What would-
personality and
what-
interest.
Would you want it to be evening where you have like dinner and a movie, or where you like get locked in a coffin and thrown in the river?